Hello and welcome to Pages and Pens. It is time for the ContemporaryAthon Weekend Edition. Let's jump right into it. It is Friday morning at about 8 o'clock. I'm heading off to work. I don't get done until 4 o'clock. I don't think I'm going to get any reading done today at work, but I am so ready to come home and crush it. Tonight's going to be an audiobook and diamond painting night. That's my Friday night in isolation, and I'm cool with it. I have a couple books lined up for me right off the bat. Mainly Every Morning the Walk Home Gets Longer and Longer by Frederick Bachman. I also have Britt-Marie is Here by Frederick Bachman on audiobook. I do have Siri, Who Am I, in my bag in case the kids give me any time to read at work today. I will check back in when I get home from work. It is 6:30 at night. I got back from work around 4:30 and I have, or had, a blaring crazy migraine. It is still a pretty brutal headache, but I just got done dinner and I'm going to take some Excedrin and I'm going to hopefully knock it out. So I think the game plan for tonight is to still diamond paint and listen to some audiobooks. I am going to be doing that via a StreamYard with Amber. We are sharing an audiobook. We both listen to it through a shared screen on the computer. So I'll have an AirPod in and then we diamond paint. That's how I got through the 9th house. It's how I got through Crescent City, and it's been really working. We've both been enjoying it. We've both been wanting to diamond paint, so it is time that we can buddy read together. I did start this morning at work Siri, Who Am I by Sam Cheetah, and this one I got 32 pages into. It's interesting. I mean, she legit just like woke up in a hospital, doesn't know who she is, trying to piece things together via her social media. It's the whole premise of the book. She's currently at a house that she saw herself in a picture with on Instagram saying home sweet home. And she has the key to it. Does not seem like it's her house. It has these little footnotes, like as she hypothesizes who she is and what she might do for a profession. You're probably going to see a couple montages of me diamond painting. I promised you guys a view of my diamond painting. This is Eleanor, the elephant. That's her name. I didn't name her. This is a Dreamer Designs canvas. It is a 40 by 50. It is a square drill. This was my very first one that I did, and I finished it in about a week, and I started a second one last night. So I'll show you the progress I've made on that one and what that one is in a minute. I wanted to do one, and shipping for these was impossible from like a ton of stores, because everybody is wanting to do them right now. This company is in Pennsylvania, so it got to me really, really quickly. Now, one of the things that's really neat about this is that I don't know if you can tell, there is a sparkle to all of these, but these white ones in her tusk and a couple of the green are actually like, they have a pearl overlay, like an iridescent overlay. So they sparkle a little bit extra. These white ones down in here, some in here, all through her face up there. But the shine that these give off is kind of unreal, and you're not going to really be able to see it on camera well. But even the ones that aren't meant to have that extra sparkle so much. So they do look really cool. Let me show you what I'm working on now and what my setup kind of looks like. I did this last night. This is my kit with all of my diamond drills, my boats. This is all my tools right here. My water bottle, my AirPods so I can listen to my audiobooks, and I have my tripod here so that I can vlog this tonight. All right, because when I do something, I go hard. I already had this Ox light, which is a crafting light, which is supposed to be better lighting for crafting. Here is what I am working on. It is, are you gonna focus? It's a really cool deer. A lot of the moon behind him has a lot of those sparkly diamonds in it. So right now what I've done is this lower section coming over into his chest. So this is what I have as of right now. These are some of the iridescents. These are some of the iridescents. All these little gems are actually pretty stinking tiny. Peel up this sticker because I didn't finish all of this last night. I knew I didn't have enough time to finish the whole thing. And you read this little chart with the key on it, and over here with the colors, and it will tell you what color to use. So tonight I will probably do all of this. So I will uncover all of that, and that is what I will work on tonight. and just kind of put all the different colors down on the appropriate color. I do also have a light pad that goes on underneath of this that backlights the symbols so that I can see them better when I am working. This is another one from Dreamer Designs. I highly recommend them. I do really, really like them. This is a storage unit that I got on Amazon, and I have everything stored in here. Oh, you little bastard. It's fine, everything's fine. Alright, friends. Oh, that's cute. I have finished, and every morning the way home gets longer and longer by Frederick Bachman. I mean, I think you saw, there were some clips there, but I sobbed through this book pretty much from beginning to end. And I knew I was going to, because it is a beautiful story about a grandson and a grandfather who is losing his memory, and the grandfather is aware of it. And you see all the different phases of memory loss. You see the anger and the fear, and you see a grandchild dealing with losing a grandfather. You see a son losing a father. You got such a well-rounded view of this man's life, his relationship with his wife, his son, his grandson, who he was as a person, what mattered to him, what exactly losing his memory did to him, and the things he cared about. Those of you who know me know that this just hits me in the two real feels, but it's beautiful, and it's Bachman, and I was going to read it regardless, and it is peach on the cover and 76 pages, so well under 250, and so worth the listen. It is, it's beautiful, but legitimately, if you have lost recently or are dealing recently with a loved one with dementia who is, or Alzheimer's, who is losing themselves to it, it's not easy, but it's beautiful. And unsurprisingly, it'll be a 5-star read. We're gonna go look and see what we can find that we can read, because I don't know if I can jump right into Britt-Marie right now. I mean, it's not gonna be sad right off the bat. He doesn't do that right off the bat in the novels, but I'll be back. I'll let you know what we're reading next, because it's 9:50. I'm not done diamond painting for the night. I'm here for a little bit, so we'll probably listen to something else. Alright, here we go, guys. We're gonna do the Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. Finally gonna get to it, and I will update you later. We are making our way through this book. It is 12:22. I have finished this whole section, and I just peeled off this section. I'm gonna keep going because we're still listening. 5 hours to go? Alright, back to it. We are currently at page 255, so more than halfway through this book. And here's what my diamond painting looks like. I'm finishing up this section, and then I will call it a night because it is currently 1:20 in the morning. Book 2. I think I'm going to use this for my fun book. The other one was short. This shall be fun. And then Siri, Who Am I, will probably be my peach. I'm awake. I don't want to be awake. I'm awake. I think it was up till about 3 o'clock last night. We got to page 325. There's only 395 pages. So we have about 70 pages to listen to that book left today. I had to wake up because my father lovingly came up and traded cars with me and took my car down to the shop because my tires have been losing air. So I had to get 2 new tires and rear brakes, which was just $1 kajillion. And I had to like force them to put new tires on because I was like, no, something's wrong. And they kept saying, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm like, no, it's losing air all the time. I have to keep filling it up. Definitely not okay. Anyway, he took my car because the shop is directly across the street from his house. He took it, dropped it off. He's going to bring it back to me. And I think he's bringing some food that they got from Costco and split up between the fam. So I need to mask up and go out, get my car, get my stuff. And I'm going to come back in and I'm going to start. I don't know what I'm going to start. I got to touch base with Amber because she has the audiobook. She's been using her Scrib to get these, which is just a godsend. If she's not ready to roll yet, I might read more of Siri, Who Am I? Because I do want to read that. Early reviews, when I look at them, not fantastic. Also, it was supposed to come out soon. I think the release date got pushed to January 2021. So that's getting pushed back a lot. It is me. I am back. I only got to page like 55 of Siri, Who Am I? I just haven't had a ton of time to read right now. I just uploaded all my footage from yesterday and I have like 45 minutes already. A lot of that is going to be like video footage of like montagey stuff with my diamond painting, so a lot of that'll be cut, but I'm going to try to keep my clips succinct because it's going to be a longer weekend and a longer vlog. Again, my head is pissed. It does not feel good. So physical reading has been a little bit of a struggle. I'm probably going to work on inputting some information into a Scrivener doc where I am trying to collect all of the words of wisdom and advice from all of my craft books that I've been reading. I want to have it all in one place, and I think that it makes a lot of sense to take notes from all these books on different things like setting, character building, plot, pacing, etc., and put them all into like one doc where I can access all this information like without having to pull out all of these books and go through all these tabs again. So everything that I've highlighted, everything that I've tabbed, I'm inputting into like one big Scrivener doc that I can keep documented. That's kind of my thing for the day. At some point, I'll probably try to edit my vlog stuff from yesterday. I will get back on here and start diamond painting again at some point, but like I'm just kind of chilling. It is 1 o'clock. I am done with GMC input and I'm going to jump onto a StreamYard call and listen to the rest of the Honeymooners with Amber while I diamond paint and probably move on to Frederick Bachman, Britt-Marie, maybe, I don't know. I don't think we've decided what book we're moving on to next, but it won't be very long before we're done the Honeymooners, which I am cracking up at. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a little cringy with some of the character interactions, especially toward the end. I definitely enjoy it. I like it. I don't know what goes on with Christina Lauren and why some of their books just flop, but I ended up unhauling Twice in a Blue Moon and The Honey Don't List without even reading them because some of their books just hit and some of them really don't, and I don't know if that's just a product of them cranking out books so fast that some of them just don't work, but when you know they can work, it's frustrating when they really don't, right? I don't know, but I'm glad this one is working and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm gonna go finish this book and I'll check in later. All right, friends, update at 3 o'clock. We have finished the Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. This one was definitely a win. I liked the family dynamic. I liked the sibling relationship. I love that our main character stands up for herself and for what she knows to be true, that she makes difficult decisions, that she isn't afraid to kind of speak her mind and stand up for who she knows she is, despite what other people have as a perception of her. So I really enjoyed it. And I see no reason not to give it a whole 5 stars. I do have one tab in this where I stopped because I laughed so hard out loud. Really glad that I finally got to this one. This is one that's been sitting on my shelf for just way too long. So this is the section that I'm working on for right now. And we're gonna go pick our next book and I'll check back in. All right, it is 5:12. We are reading Britt-Marie Was Here. We are approximately, what did I say, 108 pages in of a 325 page book. So about a third of the way. and still going strong. Sitting here, trying to move and stretch, but this is what I'm working on. I have moved up to another section, which is mainly done. There's a little bit in here that's not, and then some in here. I've already met Britt-Marie. I met her in A Man Called Ove, so I already know her, and I know her life pre this book. So I don't think you need to read them in order, but you do meet her and see her prior to the events of this book in A Man Called, no, not A Man Called Ove, in My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry. So I already know her. And I think that's helping. I mean, she's not a likable character. She's difficult to like. She's very abrasive and abrupt and forward. But it doesn't make it any easier to hear some of the things she says or to watch some of her engagements where you're like, oh, don't say that. Don't do that. But I know and I trust in Bachman's writing enough to know where he's going and to see, you know, where the story is going to lead and to trust the journey. And again, it is very much a small town. You're not going to get a grand journey. It's not an epic evolution. You know, there will be a ton of character growth because there always is in his books. But it's not going to be through all of these like epic and grand things. It's going to be these really small, really meaningful, real life experiences that change a person and help them connect to others. And that's what I find so beautiful about his writing. It really is just real. So yeah, so far a couple little cringes, a couple little laughs at just the way she sees the world and describes it and the way she interacts with it. But I'm not, no emotions. I mean, I cried the entirety of that novella, so I'm okay with that. But it's really beautiful, and I do like it. I like the writing style. At the end of the day, I love listening to his books and reading his books and seeing the way he crafts setting and seeing the way he crafts towns and relationships and the way that he crafts a character who can be bristly, but also you are there for them. Like you're willing to put in the time to listen to their story and to know that like you're going to get somewhere where it's all going to make sense. And I know at the end of this I'll love it. But we're going to continue on the journey. We've got about 2/3 left. I don't know how much that is in hours, but we haven't been listening that long, so I'm sure we'll finish this one up today too. And I'll report back the next time we stop. Hello friends, it is me, and I am back at midnight, so technically Sunday, day 3, technically. We just finished Frederick Bachman's Britt-Marie Was Here, and I liked it because I like his writing, and I like his storytelling, and I like the way that he crafts plot and characters and setting a lot. I like the way he does community. I think that as a writer, there's so much to learn from the way that he makes small everyday things feel really powerful. I will say, was not my favorite of his. I think it's the first time I've read one of his books and not cried. I'm gonna go 4 stars. Who am I? But still, am I mad about it? I'm not mad about it. Excited to be making my way through his backlist. I have 1 book of his left, and that's Letters for My Son, or Things My Son Needs to Know About the World, which I'm pretty sure is just like a collection of little letters to his son, which would be a very, very quick book. Maybe I'll try to like physically cram that one in. In terms of what's next, don't be mad, but I think we're going to try to toss in a thriller. Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney is the only book of hers that I haven't read yet, and I enjoyed her most recent 2. I think that's her first book. And we do have an audiobook of that. So I think we're going to switch to a thriller, but I switched to a thriller knowing that it's technically now day 3, but I have a full day 3 and a full day 4, and I've already read 3 books. and I've technically finished all of my challenges, right? Did I? No. Challenges. Peach, I'm reading Siri, Who Am I? But technically, Peach is also on, and every morning the way home gets shorter and shorter, longer and longer. You know what I mean. Peach, that was Peach and under 250 pages. The Honeymooners was definitely a fun book. This one's just going to be a bonus. I mean, there's like a little bit of Peach in her purse right here, but that would be a bitch-ass thing to say. So we will find something else that has more Peach, or I will read Siri, Who Am I? I don't know what the cover of Alice Feeney, I think it's blue. I don't think it has any peach in it. Alright friends, it is about 2:30 and we wrapped up a little while ago. Wanted to say that this has been and will continue to be a very different vlog from the ones that I typically do, in that I'm not doing a ton of physical reading. I haven't been able to enjoy audiobooks at all since being home and since quarantine and everything went down. These audiobooks have been the first I've been able to listen to in months, and I really, really enjoy audiobooks. So it's huge for me to be able to get back into that, and I've never done a vlog or a read-a-thon that was this audiobook heavy. I've never done an audiobook kind of a vlog, and I understand that diamond painting won't be for everybody and that you're just not interested in it. Totally get it. Personally, it is big that I'm able to do this and that I'm back into audiobooks. Did tonight start Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney, which I believe is our first book. We got 50 pages in. It's a shorter book. Tomorrow we'll be able to finish that one, no problem. This is what I am looking at for my lovely dear now. I mean, I think when we started, I was over here, right? And now I have done his chest up into his face, his ear, this moon, which has a lot of those sparkly iridescent gems. You can see them all through here. And up in here there's more, but they're hard to see because of the angle and the lighting. But these in here are all the iridescent gems on his chest, in through his eyes, up through his ears. And then we have some of his antlers. This is the rear antler, and then the front one. In terms of perspective, I think my goal is going to be to do these and then work my way up, and I will finish up in this area. This is a lot of color blocking. It's a lot of like singular colors in the background. These are going to be ones that just drive me crazy, because these iridescent gems, these AB diamonds, Aurora Borealis diamonds, that have that iridescent coating on them, they do not react the same as the regular drills. They, are slightly larger. I mean, call me crazy, but they are just not the same size as the other ones. And because of the coating on them, they react differently to the wax that we use to pick up the gems. So I have to do like a section of the regular gems until the wax is not as sticky, and then I can do these. Otherwise, if I use fresh wax and I try to put this down, the wax pulls right out of the pen. I have been able to get to a place where I've learned how to do the multi-placer with these. So typically you can use the one-sided placer, which is just a really thin one. On the other end here, I have a 3-placer, 6-placer, which sometimes can pick up 7. I can pick up 5, I can pick up 4. There's a larger one, which I think is a 9-placer. I've not used that. This one works fine for me. Overnight, this will lose a little bit of its tackiness. And then tomorrow morning, the first thing I do will be these sections that have a lot of the AB diamonds. I will do them first in the morning because it's not as sticky. And then I'll do more ABs after I've done like other colors, and again, it's not as sticky. And then I can use this. So that is kind of my process, but that is, I think, one of the reasons why I've been enjoying this so much. But like, I made progress today, and that feels really good. And I have plenty more to do. Wet night, which is somebody walking on a wet street. This is a different company. This is Diamond Art Club. I have not done one of theirs before. And actually, that is a round one. So these have, this one has square drills on it, like little square gems. These are round circles. This is the other one that I have, which I'm really excited for. I think I'm going to do this one next because I want to see what I think about round. In the diamond art world, rounds are a little bit more beginner friendly. Squares are a little bit more difficult. I started on squares. I have no problem with them. I really, really like them. But I'm curious what I think about this company's quality and then round drills. I've never tried them. So I think I'm going to try this one next. I also have different scenic, landscapey one. Another scenic landscapey one here. The other one that I have is this guy. And it is like a really cute bunny with a hummingbird. Licensed by the same artist, Sandra Trubin. Same designer as the deer and the elephant, except it is a bunny and a hummingbird, and it is very cute. That's my check-in. That's where I'm at. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna go to sleep so I can wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. Put on an audiobook. I had an audiobook from the other day that I started of Phantom Limbs, which I think I have right here. This is Phantom Limbs. This is by Paula Gardner, and this one is actually signed and personalized to me. She sent it to me as a part of like her street team thing, and I was considering unhauling this, but then I put a little note on here that it had like this 3.96 on this many ratings, and that Chelsea Palmer really loves it. Listen to that while I finish putting all of these see this lovely thing. Sometimes you try to get your pen in there and it hits them wrong and they shake and you gotta like realign them. Hello friends, it is 6:05 on Sunday and I am reading Phantom Limbs by Paula Gardner. I am enjoying it. 143 pages into this. This is a story about a boy who has been in love with his childhood friend who lived across the street, and then tragedy befalls his family. Her family moves out of town, and then 3 years later, after not talking, she comes back into town with her father. And he is a swimmer and he is trying for states, and she is just getting back into the area, and we're seeing how their relationship used to be, what it is now, what his life is like now, and how they may or may not merge again. And it's interesting. There's not that many like YA contemporary romancy stories from a male POV that are hetero. And this one is. And I don't dislike it so far. I love our main character's best friend is somebody who like super pushes him to do more, be better, to like swim harder. She coaches him. She herself had these Olympic dreams as a swimmer, was like phenomenal, and then lost an arm. So she still swims, but she can't do it as competitively anymore. So she kind of takes on coaching him, and she's like super sassy. I don't know that I'm going to actually physically finish Siri Who Am I, because my downtime for physical reading has been slim to none. I started using this morning. You saw me use this, oh man, that would have been bad. This stand, it's like a lap tray, and I just clipped my light onto that and then the canvas onto the light. I have this guy over here so that I can sit up more. My posture, my back, my neck, from the windows to the walls, my back was starting to hurt. My neck was starting to hurt from constantly looking down. So this has been a lot easier for me to work and be able to sit up a little bit more, which is nice. So we'll see how the rest of today goes working on this bad boy. 11:47, we just finished Sometimes I Lie. We got to page like 97 and we were like, are we going to continue with this book? Because we're not loving it. And then we looked at a couple of reviews that were non-spoilery and they were like, that ending. So we kept reading. It was not my kind of thriller. I didn't enjoy it. It's probably somebody's. It wasn't horrible, but I did not enjoy myself. There were like a couple WTF moments, but all in all, missed the mark for me a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and go 3 stars on it. And I will say, like, there are trigger warnings, significant ones for Alice Feeney's books in general. And there's usually some kind of like child neglect or abandonment or abuse. There's usually some kind of sexual assaults. And there's always something that just goes too far. Just too far. Without reason a lot of the time. And this book was no different. I enjoyed His or Hers. I enjoyed I Know Who You Are. This, I think, is her first book, and you can tell. She's gotten better, but this one wasn't it. I am still diamond painting. I will show you where I'm at. This section by his nose, and then downward, so like all of this, and then I'm working on this section here. You can tell what is done and what is not. I've officially now finished, and every morning the walk home gets longer and longer. Sometimes I lie. Britt-Marie was here, and the honeymooners. I've covered all my challenges. I've read 4 books. That is it for right now. I will check in later. But a 3-star read. A little bit of a womp-womper. What are you gonna do? They can't all be winners. We have Jennifer Weiner's Big Summer. We're gonna listen to next. It is 1:44 in the morning. I am kitting up and getting ready for this one, La Vie en Rose, and basically just putting all these little packages of the drills, which these ones are round. It's my first time using these and doing this particular brand's thing, a project, but I have just tomorrow probably left on the deer, and I want to be ready to roll with this one. And it's late enough that I don't think I'm going to continue with the diamond painting. I'm just going to do all this little busy work, and then I'll be ready to roll tomorrow. Hello and happy Monday, friends. It is just shy of 2 o'clock. I've been up, I've been editing vlog, I have been inputting information into my Scrivener doc, and then I started to diamond paint again and listen to Phantom Limbs because I really wanted to finish this one up. It's not an easy one. There is a death of a sibling, death of a child, a lot of grief, a lot of PTSD and trauma that is uncovered in this book. There is a content warning for attempted suicide, and just all, I mean, it's heavy, but it's also really beautiful, and I think very insightful and mature for a YA contemporary book. I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm very excited because I do have another book by Paula Gardner that she gifted me. I'm really happy I have this one. Also, like, how Emma Millsy is this cover. Anyway, I love this cover. I really enjoyed this book. I'm gonna say like 4.5. Do I want to say 5? Do I want to say 4? I'm gonna say 4. I'm gonna go 4. The friend dynamic in this, the romantic relationship, the familial relationships were all really great. There was just a little bit of information that was withheld from our main character that just didn't feel like it made sense that it was withheld from our main character for as long as it was, for like years and years and years. Contemporaries! And before this, the 2 I read right before ContemporaryAthon were fantasies. I'm back! It feels really good. So, really excited about my reading. I don't know how much of Big Summer I'm going to get done before the end of the Read-a-thon happens. That one is about a plus-size main character. She is a plus-size Instagrammer and fashion influencer, and we're following her in like a really toxic friendship so far. This is what I have opened up on my canvas. These are the ends of his antlers, and I am working on this. This part down here is done, in here is not. And then I just have this tiny little portion here and this portion, so pretty much like an equal, oh gosh, an equal size portion to this, like over here, that I will be doing. And I'm hoping to finish this one up today and move on to the rounds that I kitted up last night. I got done a lot of backlist books. Did not get through my arc, which I was hoping to get done, but I just don't think I'm gonna have uninterrupted time to sit down and physically read. I know I won't. So I will continue with Siri Who Am I though. That will be my book for the week that I take to work in case I have any free time there. I have 2 packages that I need to open, and I'm just going to do it on here because why not? Because I want to open these and get the boxes and the wrappers and all that away so I can sanitize. In there is a light pad. So I had purchased a light pad when I first started diamond painting, and it's garbage. The port for like where the plug goes in was like all janky, and last night it just stopped working. So I got a magnetic LED tracing light pad. This one does have a power supply with a USB cable, which the other one did as well. But this one has like an actual toggle on it that I think you can change the brightness. It's like a button instead of a sensor, because when your arm or your hand touches the sensor, it would turn itself off. I'm not going to open that until I sanitize my hands. I have this box, which is a diamond painting. Now, I was supposed to get 2 diamond paintings today, but it looks like I only got 1. Get rid of that. Let me go sanitize my hands. I'll be right back, and I'm going to wipe those down. I have like Clorox wipes. Hold on. So I do have magnets where you can use these on the light pad to hold your canvas to the light pad. And then, oh, this is packaged really nicely. This is my light pad, which is thicker than my other one, but I'm hoping it works better because the other one broke real fast. So this is the light pad itself. There's buttons on the side for actually turning it on and off. What a satisfying sound. And then this is the light pad. So let me get the other one and I'll show you the difference. It's currently underneath my diamond painting. So this one is larger, but you don't ever need that much space. So this one is a little bit shorter, but it is just as wide. And the space, it looks like there's a little bit more room around the sides. And then on the other one, this one is definitely bigger, but I needed something that had a button and that would hopefully continue to work, because that other one did not. So I'm going to plug this in. I'll vlog and show you what this one looks like once I start using it, but I am excited to start using it because the other one flat out stopped working. Let me change my battery and then we'll get into this diamond painting. I have it plugged in now, and then there's a power switch over here. I can make it a whole bunch brighter. So let's jump into this. This is from Heartful Diamonds, and I have never gotten anything from them before. Again, I was supposed to get 2. It looks like only 1 delivered right now. I'm surprised they didn't send them together. So we have in here a whole bunch of multi-placers, which helps you with, you know, putting down more than 1 at a time. Some pens, a boat, and then it looks like the long wax. Yeah, the wax that's like more rectangular, which is good for getting the multi-placer in there. Oh, they packaged them both in the same box. So 2 toolkits. And then the canvases are here wrapped up together. So I have one that is wider, or longer than it is wide. This one, which is square, more square, and also very tiny. There is a lot of extra glue on this. This is sticky all the way to the top. Oh my god, that is the smallest thing I've ever seen. These are double-sided adhesive, and I have not used those before. Everything I've worked on so far has been poured glue, so this will be a new experience for me. These will flatten out, but you can't force these to flatten out. You have to kind of give it some time and let it happen on its own. The key for this is possibly the smallest key I've ever seen. I'm going to try to show you what these are, but I'm not taking the covers off of these because I don't think that would bode well for me. This guy, it is a cabin with a boat and all of the drills that you need. All the colors are in here. These are square, which is good. That's what I'm used to working with. And the key on here is definitely larger than the key on the canvas, which is nice because if I need to see them, I can see them on here. The second thing that I got was this tea set one, which I thought was really pretty. The tea set is 30 by 40. The cabin is 45 by 30. Far smaller than anything I've worked on before. Hello and welcome to the finale for ContemporaryAThon mini weekend edition. After my last check-in with my unboxing and talking about Phantom Limbs, have not read anything else. I think I burnt out a little bit after 5 books and I'm very happy with my reading, but I did not go on to listen to any more audiobooks, and I've been studiously diamond painting. I wanted to go over again all of the books that I have read. Most recently, I read Phantom Limbs by Paula Gardner, and I gave it 4 stars. Super enjoyed that as a contemporary YA. I read Frederick Bachman's Britt-Marie Was Here. I gave it 4 stars, and this is adult. And then I read And Every Morning The Way Home Gets Longer and Longer by Frederick Bachman, and I gave this one 5 stars. That was our first read. And then I also read, that was adult, another adult contemporary romance, and that was The Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. Gave this one 5 stars. So my 2 5-star books count for under 250 pages and peach on the cover. Christina Lauren counts for my fun book. And then I had the 2 of these, which were just bonuses, as well as Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney, which was a bonus. So I read 5 books, all of them in audiobook format. I am not surprised. I've never, like I said before, I've never done a full audiobook vlog. With the invention of diamond painting and my obsession with it comes audiobooks again. I'm not mad about it at all. I am still reading Siri Who Am I physically. I will continue to read that. And I think we'll probably end up finishing Big Summer at some point. We just weren't going to do it tonight. So I will keep you guys posted on those in a wrap-up at some point or on Instagram. So if you're not following me there, follow me there for sure. Thank you for joining us this particular ContemporaryAthon mini version. The posts on Instagram, on Twitter, everywhere have been so numerous. I've been trying to get to everything this weekend, but if I've not responded to you, then know that I appreciate you guys joining and supporting the Read-a-thon, supporting Chelsea, Natasha, and myself. We hope that you guys have enjoyed it, enjoyed the challenges, or enjoyed reading with us. Be sure to check out Chelsea and Natasha, link down below if you haven't already. And stay tuned to all of our social media, Twitter, Instagram specifically for myself, to get updates on when the next round will be, any kind of other reading updates. But it was not a bad reading weekend. 5 books, and the lowest was a 3-star. I had 2 5-star and 2 4-star. And I finished a diamond painting. I'm going to show that to you now, and then I'm going to wrap this up and get it ready to go up for tomorrow morning. Here he is, Sir Buckley. I don't know what his name is. What's his name? But he is fully done. He's going to get framed and go up the mountains. He looks gorgeous, and he looks a lot like the actual inspiration photo. I will link to Dreamer Designs in the description box. So if you're interested in diamond painting, they are sold out of him, but they are restocking, I believe, within the next month and a half. They ship very quickly. They're in the US. The quality is phenomenal. I've had no problems with them. I have absolutely loved doing this, as well as Eleanor. So if you're interested in them, you can check them out in a link down below. But that's it for this particular vlog. If you guys liked it, do be sure to give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye guys.